Have you ever noticed how many people live well into their 70s? But then something changes? They reach 80 and suddenly their health seems to decline much faster. It's not just about age. It's about what happens to the body, the mind, and even the heart as we cross that invisible line. Today, we're going to talk about why that happens, and how some people manage to live past 100 with a smile on their face and strength in their step. Because the truth is, age 80 doesn't have to mean the beginning of the end. For many, it can be a brand new chapter. Now, let's start with a gentle truth. After the age of 80, the body becomes more sensitive. Our muscles shrink a little faster. Bones become more fragile. The immune system, which once fought off colds with ease, gets a little slower to respond. Even our digestion isn't as quick or strong as it used to be. And you know what else? People often stop moving as much. They rest more. They eat less. They talk less. That's not because they're lazy, it's because energy feels limited and motivation sometimes fades. But here's the real heart of the issue. It's not just physical. Many seniors after 80 experience what doctors call social frailty. That means fewer conversations, fewer meaningful connections, and sometimes more loneliness. And loneliness, my friend, is heavier than any disease. It steals joy. It steals hope. And when you lose those, it's very hard to keep going. There's also something subtle that happens. People around us begin to treat us like we're fragile. They mean well, of course. They want to help. But when you're constantly being told to rest or to be careful, it can quietly whisper to your heart, you're no longer strong. And if we hear that enough, we start to believe it. Medications also play a role. After 80, many are on 5, 6, sometimes 10 different pills a day. Some of those medications interact with each other, causing dizziness, confusion, or weakness. That leads to more falls, more hospital visits, and slowly, it chips away at independence. Nutrition is another silent player. Taste buds change with age, and appetite often decreases. Many older adults stop eating enough protein, enough vitamins, enough fresh food. Their meals become simpler and not always in a good way. And without the right fuel, even the strongest engine can't keep running. But here's the good news. Yes, there is good news. Even though these things are common after 80, they are not destiny. There are people, tens of thousands of them, living full, vibrant lives at 90, 95, even 100 years old. And they're not superheroes. They're regular people just like you and me. The difference is they do a few things differently. They follow what I like to call the 5 wisdoms. These are 5 habits, 5 simple choices that help them live long. Not just in years, but in spirit, in health, and in peace. And in the next part, we'll talk about those 5 wisdoms. You'll see they're not difficult. They don't require money, or fancy equipment, or any secret ingredient. All they ask is a little attention, a little consistency, and a little love for yourself. Because you deserve to live a long, meaningful life. Not just to survive after 80, but to truly thrive. If there's one thing nearly all centenarians, people who live to be 100 or more, have in common, it's this: they move. Not necessarily fast, not for hours, and not like athletes. But they move every single day. They walk. They stretch. They garden. They clean their own dishes. They stand up and sit down a few times just to keep their legs strong. They keep moving even when it would be easier to stay still. You see, the body is like a gentle machine. If it sits for too long, the parts stiffen. The muscles weaken. The joints lock up. But if you move, even just a little, it tells your brain, I'm still here. I still want to live. And your brain responds by giving you energy, balance, and a better mood. That's not just a nice idea, it's real science. Research shows that just 15 to 30 minutes of light movement a day can cut your risk of heart problems, memory loss, and even depression. And here's the good news. It doesn't have to be exercise. Just movement. Getting up and stretching. Walking around the house. Standing at the window and raising your arms gently for 5 minutes. These small movements keep the blood flowing. They tell the muscles, don't disappear. I still need you. In Okinawa, Japan, one of the places with the highest number of people over 100, the elders don't go to gyms. They don't run marathons. They sweep their porches. They walk to the market. They squat to tend their gardens. These tiny, everyday motions add up, and they keep the body young. Now let's talk about something important: balance. Many seniors fear falling, and that's understandable. But the only way to keep balance is to practice it. That might mean standing next to a chair and lifting one foot just an inch off the ground, holding it for a few seconds, then switching feet, or walking heel to toe slowly down a hallway, like walking on a gentle tightrope. These exercises take just a few minutes, but they teach your body how to stay upright. And that can save your independence. And if you have trouble walking, that's okay too. You can still move your arms, your hands, your neck, even your toes. You can sit in a sturdy chair and do gentle circles with your ankles, or squeeze a soft ball in your palm to keep your grip strong. Every small movement is a message to your brain. I am still active. I am still here. Some days will feel harder than others. That's okay. Just aim to move a little more than the day before. Don't wait for motivation. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. Start with 5 minutes, then maybe 10. Over time, your body will surprise you. And here's something beautiful. Movement doesn't just help the body. It helps the mind. When you move, you feel more alive. You breathe deeper. Your mood improves. Anxiety fades. And that little cloud that sometimes hangs over your mind, it begins to lift. So if you remember just one thing from this wisdom, let it be this: you don't stop moving because you grow old. You grow old because you stop moving. Keep your body in motion, no matter your age, no matter your strength. Every step counts. In the next part, we'll talk about the second wisdom, a secret even more powerful than movement, because it touches your soul and gives your life meaning. What makes a person wake up each morning with a smile on their face at age 85, 90, or even 100? What gives them energy? Even if their body moves a little slower than it used to, it's not just luck. It's not perfect genes either. It's something deeper, something that lives quietly in the heart. It's purpose. Having a reason to wake up every day is one of the most powerful forces keeping people alive and well into old age. In fact, studies show that seniors with a strong sense of purpose live longer, have fewer health problems, and even feel less pain. That's not magic. That's meaning. Now, purpose doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be starting a charity or writing a book. It can be as simple as this: taking care of your plants, feeding the cat, calling your grandchild, praying for someone, helping your neighbor sweep the porch, or even just enjoying your morning coffee while listening to the birds. That's enough. Purpose is not about what the world thinks is important. It's about what feels meaningful to you. In Okinawa, they call it ikigai, your reason for being. In Costa Rica, they say plan de vida, your life plan. In Sardinia, Italy, where people regularly live past 100, purpose shows up in how elders are respected and needed by the family. They help raise the children. They pass down recipes. They sit at the head of the table, not at the edge. They know they matter. And when you know you matter, something happens inside you. Your heart stays stronger. Your brain stays clearer. Your immune system, even your blood pressure, responds to that sense of meaning. Because purpose gives the body a reason to stay alive. But there's more. Alongside purpose walks its close companion, joy. Finding little bits of joy throughout your day is like watering a garden. It doesn't take much, but it helps you grow. A moment of laughter, a sweet memory, the taste of your favorite tea, a kind word from someone you love, a piece of music that makes you want to hum along. These small joys are powerful. Centenarians don't live with perfect lives. Many have experienced loss, pain, even loneliness. But they don't let sadness become their home. They visit it when needed, but they always return to the present moment, where joy still lives. That's a quiet kind of strength. Let's talk about something simple but meaningful: gratitude. The act of saying thank you, even just in your mind, can lift your spirit in surprising ways. Saying thank you for the sun today, for your warm blanket, for the person who waved at you, for your legs even if they ache because they still carry you. Gratitude trains the brain to see life as a gift, not a burden. And that mindset is linked to longer life and better health. Now, maybe you're thinking, but I don't have a big purpose anymore. Let me tell you this. If you're alive, your purpose is not over. Maybe you're here to offer a smile to someone who needs it. Maybe you're here to share a story that only you can tell. Maybe your calm presence brings peace to those around you. That's purpose. Joy and purpose don't come from doing more. They come from feeling more, feeling connected, feeling needed, feeling grateful. When you let those feelings into your heart, even gently, they give your days a soft glow. And that glow, it keeps you young, even if your hair is silver. So what can you do today to live with more purpose? Call someone you care about. Write a note. Water a plant. Share your wisdom. Sit quietly and thank your body for all it's done for you. And most of all, remind yourself, you are not done yet. Your story still matters. In the next part, we'll explore the third wisdom, a powerful one that affects every part of your health and can truly slow the aging process from the inside out. Movement is life. It may sound simple, but it holds a truth as deep as the ocean. Our bodies were not made to sit still for hours each day. They were made to stretch, to walk, to reach, to bend, and to move with purpose. And yet, after the age of 80, many people slow down. They sit more. They rest more. And little by little, they lose not just strength, but also independence, balance, and confidence. But here's the beautiful truth. It doesn't have to be that way. Even at 80, 90, or beyond, the body responds to movement like a flower to sunlight. It may not need high intensity or heavy lifting, just gentle, steady motion. A walk around the block, a bit of gardening, stretching your arms above your head each morning, dancing slowly to your favorite song. These small movements are like medicine. They keep the joints soft. They keep the blood flowing. And most of all, they remind your body that it's still alive. In the villages of Sardinia, Italy, and Nicoya, Costa Rica, where people often live well past 100, daily movement is not a workout, it's a lifestyle. They walk to visit neighbors. They sweep their porches. They tend to animals. They move without thinking about it because movement is a part of their day. They don't stop because they've grown older. They stay active, and because of that, they stay strong. Even something as simple as standing up from a chair without using your hands is powerful. It builds muscle. It strengthens balance. And it signals to your body that you are still capable. Try this once or twice a day. Or try lifting small weights, a can of soup, a water bottle. Use what you have. What matters is not how much you lift, but that you lift something. Stretching is another gentle gift you can give yourself. Keeps your body open and your spine tall. A few minutes each morning can loosen stiffness and bring comfort. Reach for the sky. Roll your shoulders. Turn your head slowly side to side. Breathe deeply as you do it. Feel your body wake up. Balance, too, becomes more precious as we age. Try standing on one leg while holding onto a chair, just for a few seconds. Then switch sides. These little practices protect you from falls, which are one of the biggest risks after 80. But more than that, they give you confidence. And confidence keeps you young. Movement is not just for the body, it's for the mind and spirit too. When you walk, your brain wakes up. When you stretch, your breath deepens. When you dance, your heart smiles. Studies show that regular movement improves memory, lifts mood, and even slows the aging of the brain. Connects us to the rhythm of life. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need to be fast or flexible. You just need to begin. Choose something small. Walk a few extra steps today. Stand and stretch during commercials. March your feet while brushing your teeth. Make movement a companion, not a chore. Let it be part of your story, your day, your joy. And perhaps most importantly, don't move alone. Invite someone to walk with you. Join a group if you can. Or simply call a friend and move while you talk. Shared movement brings connection, and connection brings life. Every time you move, you send your body a loving message. I still need you. I still believe in you. I am the quiet, deep force that carries you through life's storms and helps you wake up each day with purpose, even when the world around you changes. After the age of 80, the body may slow down, but the spirit, if nourished, can remain as powerful and vibrant as ever. What does it mean to stay strong in spirit? It means finding peace in who you are, accepting your past without regret, and waking up with a heart that still hopes, still gives, still loves. It's about refusing to become bitter, even after loss. About choosing kindness, even when life feels unfair. And about holding on to the things that bring you joy, no matter how small. In every long life, there are trials. The longer we live, the more we lose. Friends, family, abilities, routines. These losses can be heavy. But in communities where people often live to 100 and beyond, something beautiful happens. They turn those losses into wisdom, not wounds. They tell stories. They pass on love. They find meaning in the simple moments. A cup of tea, a grandchild's laugh, a prayer whispered at dawn. Faith plays a big role for many. Not necessarily religious faith, though for some that is a deep comfort. But faith in something greater than themselves. Faith in the goodness of people. Faith that each day still holds a gift. This quiet trust brings calm in the face of uncertainty. It helps the heart rest easy, even when the body aches. Purpose also keeps the spirit alive. You don't need to run a business or start a project. Sometimes your purpose is just being there. Listening, sharing, loving, smiling at someone who feels forgotten, calling a friend, watering a plant, tending to a memory. These things matter. You matter. And when you believe that your life still has meaning, your spirit becomes a fire that does not go out. Gratitude is another source of strength. After 80, it's easy to focus on what's no longer there. But those who live long and well choose to see what still remains. A warm bed, a kind face, the sun on their skin, the song of birds. These simple gifts, when noticed, become treasures. And gratitude has a power no pill can match. It lifts the spirit, heals the heart. It makes each day feel like a blessing. Connection, too, keeps the spirit strong. Loneliness is dangerous. It steals joy and shortens life. But connection brings healing. A neighbor who waves, a friend who listens, a child who visits, even a pet who curls beside you. Don't close yourself off. Reach out. Let others in. Your spirit grows stronger not just by standing alone, but by walking together. And finally, forgiveness. Perhaps the hardest but the most freeing. Let go of the anger that weighs you down. The regrets that haunt you. The people who hurt you. Not for them but for you. So your heart can breathe. So your spirit can rise. So you can walk the final chapters of life with peace, not pain. You may not be able to run like you once did. You may need help with things that used to come easy. But if your spirit remains strong, you are still rich in the ways that laugh when you can, cry when you need to, and never forget, you are still becoming, still growing, still alive. Because in the end, it is not the strength of our bodies that defines how long we live, but the strength of our spirit. And when your spirit is strong, you do more than survive. You thrive. In the final part, we'll bring everything together. You'll see how these 5 simple truths, connection, nutrition, sleep, movement, and spirit, can quietly guide you toward not just a longer life, but a richer, more meaningful one. So here we are, dear friend, at the end of this gentle walk together. We've looked at why so many lives seem to shorten after 80, not because people are meant to fade, but because certain lights begin to dim when forgotten. The light of connection, the fuel of nutrition, the healing of deep sleep, the quiet power of movement, and above all, the strength of the human spirit. But now you know the way forward. You know that living beyond 100 isn't about chasing time or running from age. It's about turning toward life with open hands and a soft heart. It's about simple daily choices that build up over time. And it's about refusing to let the world tell you that you are done growing, done giving, done being needed. The truth is, you're not done. Your story is still unfolding. There are still memories to be made, lessons to be shared, laughter to echo in quiet rooms, and comfort to be given by your presence alone. The world needs your wisdom, your gentleness, your strength, not the kind of strength that lifts weights or moves mountains, but the kind that shows up every day with grace and steadiness. The kind that holds someone's hand without needing to speak. The kind that knows what truly matters. Let the rest of your days be light, not because everything is easy, but because you've chosen what to carry. Let go of the heavy things, the grudges, the regrets, the fears, and walk lighter. Smile more often, Breathe deeply. Find joy in routines and rituals. And when the aches come, let them remind you that you have lived, that your body has held so many moments, both beautiful and hard. You now hold 5 timeless truths. Nurture your friendships. Eat with care and joy. Sleep as if your body is repairing itself, because it is. Move gently every day. And most of all, keep your spirit awake. Because living beyond 100 is not about living forever. It's about living fully. It's about waking up with a purpose, even if that purpose is simply to enjoy the sunlight on your face. It's about knowing that even in this season of life, there is growth, beauty, meaning, and love. And if you ever forget, come back to these words. Come back to this gentle path. One day, one breath, one step at a time. You are walking toward a longer, richer, more peaceful life. So may your days be slow and sweet. May your heart stay soft and your laughter stay loud. And may you live, truly live, every moment that is still yours. From one soul to another, I'm walking beside you.